position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's raining. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The lone back's got it. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's reeled in. It's Owen. Lowers those pads. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, this This offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these?
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Isaac. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 1st down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get in the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you you've got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Back has it. Find some fresh air. And he forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. It's Isaac. Gets it out quickly. The tackle is made, but he's got him first and goal from the 6. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to go deep. Brings it in down the left side. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Wiggins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Owen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Randall. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Isaac. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's a really nice looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
From the 33, it's first and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
outside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Isaac. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw again. Quarterback extends the play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They punted away on 4th down. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. see if they can get something going here late in the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Randall. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
After the missed connection, it's 3rd down for this offense. Looking to pass, it's Isaac. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's got room. Wide open spaces. The 10, and he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rainey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. And not much going on downfield. He just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's raining. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. and 10. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 9 over Jacksonville State. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Isaac. Quickly complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Randall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Isaac. Caught near the sticks, it's Morris. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds the big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Isaac. Under fire. He makes it grab. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
How good have they been on 3rd down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. Right back to him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just...
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake two-point conversion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's raining. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Got it in the middle. It's Owen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Wiggins.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Meadows. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
The Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to buy time. Grab near the marker. It's Wiggins. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw. It's Isaac. Got it in the middle. It's Randolph. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Morris. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard and go to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's raining. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to...
Run to the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening.
He tries to take the top off. Got it in stride inside the 20.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Still looking, on the move. Fakes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
To pass on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
To attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Appalachian State has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 26 over Maryland. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Isaac. Oh, they're after him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Pulls it in. It's Randall. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They wheeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Steps away. Finds his man. It's Meadows.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Bulldogs trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Looking downfield on first down. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Texas.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. The clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Isaac. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fielded in the end zone. It's raining. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this